How do we perceive people? How do we look at them? In Matthew 16, Jesus asked his disciples, "What do men say I am? Who do men say that I am?" And his disciples replied, "Some think you're John the Baptist. Some say you're Elijah. Some say that you're Jeremiah or one of the other prophets." And then Jesus replies, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter says, "You are Christ, the Son of the living God." Basically, he was asking his disciples, do I look like just a man in a robe to you? Or do you look at me as the Son of God? And in a lot of ways, that's how we perceive people today in society. We look at people as trash and treasure. You see some guy sitting on the side of the road with a bicycle and a cart, you might get a closer look and see that he's got a bunch of ratty, dusty, hole-ridden pants, a filthy, ratty-looking jacket with holes in it, gritty teeth. He's dirty, smelly. He's got a cart full of trash, cans, an old cup of probably 3-day-old water, nasty, gritty-looking blankets, and a dirty, filthy white pillow, maybe a bunch of ratty cardboard boxes, and a bunch of other stuff that you probably wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. And you probably start thinking to yourself, my God, I'm glad I'm not that guy. He just needs to go throw a rope over a building and hang himself and die. People like that need to just give up. When really we need to be handing him over some deodorant, fresh pair of pants, socks, underwear, shoes, a 6-pack of water. I mean, let's face it, people. If you have enough time to gawk and look at the man and put him down, you got enough time to stop and help him. And some people would look at the man and say, well, that's his problem, not mine. And to be honest, if that's the way you feel about it, then you are the problem. Because that man probably knows more about the Bible than what me and you or a lot of these pastors know. His or her soul might be more polished, shiny, and cleaner than all of ours. And I think it's in the Bible that we entertain angels unaware, which means that man might have been sent by God specifically just to see how you would react to him. And then, of course, you've got your high rollers. You know, the people that almost look like pimps. They got animal fur, long fur jacket coats and such, leather jackets sometimes, 5 golden rings on each finger. Some of them may even have golden toe rings. Wearing expensive boots with gold or silver steel toe. Golden chains that have spinners on them that are probably worth more than your bank account or your house. Glasses that look like they came from Elton John's closet. And some of us, we look up to those guys or gals. We look up to them thinking that they're all great and shiny and colorful and wonderful. And oh, look how optimistic they are and enthusiastic or whatever. When in reality, they could be dirtier and filthier than the hobos or the homeless veterans out there. I mean, filthy, rot gut people. You know, inside their souls, wretched and nasty, heartless. But yet they're walking around with shinier jewelry than your car will ever be. Of course, I've actually seen some of these people that I'm talking about. People that wear gold chains around their neck and they got, rings on their fingers and stuff like that, real shiny and smell pretty good and all. And I've known some of these people and some of them have actually had really nice hearts. I mean, They're really kind and sweet. But I've met a whole lot of people like that too that were just, you get down to earth with them and bleh, they have a strong tint of ugliness to them. Nothing but bitter ugliness. Or they'll say a bunch of sweet, kind, sugared up words, really tickling your ear hole. And then all of a sudden they'll say one thing. And I'm done. I'm out of the conversation. Can't stand them no more. Of course, I've met a lot of people the other way too. I've met some homeless people and some homeless veterans that did me that way too. But you know what helps with that? Is when you ask God for wisdom and discernment. That way you can tell one or the other apart. That's why how we perceive people really ain't the way to go about it. It's how God perceives them. That's why dirty or clean, you need Jesus. Rich or poor, you need Jesus. Married or single, you need Jesus. Drinking or not, you need Jesus. Homosexual, bisexual, or straight, you need Jesus. You can go on with a list like this, but in the end, you still just need Jesus. Let God sort these people out. Just share Jesus with them. Don't look at some guy that's got tattoos all over his face, hands, and arms and go, I don't know whether I want to read you or pray for you. Just tell him you love him and give him Jesus. Even if he does have swastikas painted on his arm or pentagrams, doesn't matter. Give him Jesus. Again, there is just so much to put in this video, but I just hope that this helps you with your journey with Christ. Go in the name of Jesus.